Hi, my name is Mario Avino, and in this session we're going to discuss the proper way of doing a liver and gallbladder flush. In fact, this video is going to be jam-packed with information, lots of tips for you, so get yourself ready. There's so much information that I'd like to give you a preview, a table of contents if you will, on what to expect in this video. First up is what is a flush. I will briefly discuss what is a flush. Why does a flush work and what conditions does it actually help with? I will be discussing how to properly prepare for a flush. Many individuals just simply jump into a flush, they get sick, and then they wonder why. Well, I'm here to let you know how to prepare, how to prevent that from happening. I'm going to actually give you instructions. I'm going to give you the instructions on how to do the flush. Not only will I give you ingredients, but I'm going to be giving you step-by-step instructions and also what to expect. How do gallstones look? What sensations are you going to be feeling? All this I'm going to be discussing. Next is I'm going to be talking about common questions. Some of the questions that I'm going to be discussing are ingredient switches. If you say you're allergic, you're intolerant to one particular ingredient, what can you replace it with? How often should you do a flush? Can children actually do a flush? And what are the recipe for a child that wants to do it? Next up will be precautions for those with diabetes, hypoglycemia, cancer, stomach ulcers, or those that are suffering from Candida albicans yeast infections. I'm also going to be talking. We haven't forgotten about you. There's lots of information for you there as well. Also, are there any risks to doing this flush, and how can you minimize the risk? So at the end of this video, don't forget, I'm going to be sharing with you a protocol that will minimize or help you avoid all the risks, or usually all the risks, from doing a gallbladder flush. Just as a side note, there's going to be some annotations or some pop-ups that are going to be coming up throughout the video. Those are not advertising. Those are there to help you. When you press on those, it's going to land you in pages where it's going to have actual step-by-step instructions on and it's going to be discussing some of the subjects that we're talking in that particular part of the video. So do use them to your advantage. Again, this is not just advertising or anything. It is here to help you. So use them. Okay, so let's begin. What is a gallbladder and liver flush? A gallbladder and liver flush is an 8-day procedure for cleansing the liver and gallbladder of gallstones, of sludge, and accumulation through a natural process of elimination. It involves drinking various amounts of lemon juice, olive oil, and apple juice through the period of 8 days. Just so that you know, there is no fasting required for doing this. So those that are worried about fasting, there is no fasting. This combination of ingredients will actually help you push large amounts of bile from the liver, from the gallbladder, to the duodenum, and so it carries all that debris, all the accumulation of fatty deposits and the gallstones that you want to get rid of, out to the duodenum and out of the body. Why does a flush help, and what conditions does it help with? Actually, the liver is an organ that is responsible for hundreds of different functions across the body. The health of the body greatly depends on what happens in the liver and its ability to detoxify itself. So whenever that process is interrupted, dis-ease starts to manifest. In fact, many diseases across the body are linked to fatty deposits and toxic deposits, gallstone congestion in the liver. So naturally, it is in your best interest to cleanse the liver on a regular basis as often as possible and to keep that organ clean. So here are the main conditions that can be aided by performing regular flushing. And again, this is something that cannot be accomplished just in one time, but just requires repeated flushes on a regular basis. The first one up is migraines, gallbladder attacks, cancer, diabetes, obesity, osteoporosis, broken hips and brittle bones, high LDL cholesterol, skin conditions like eczema, acne, psoriasis, dermatitis, dry skin, peeling lips, keratosis, Pilaris, rough red bumps in the skin. That's what that is. That's a mouthful. Any skin condition common to bodybuilders that are used to taking or have taken anabolic steroids. Other conditions that may be aided by cleansing the liver and gallbladder are Crohn's disease, Parkinson's disease, fatty liver, gallstone attacks, multiple sclerosis, MS, ulcerative colitis, or peeling of the lips. That's a common symptom with those that are suffering from IBS and ulcerative colitis. Extreme body odor, premenstrual syndrome, polycystic ovary syndrome, chronic fatigue syndrome, pinworms, Candida fungal infections, food intolerances. It can also help those that have, again, anabolic steroids or used hallucinogenic drugs. Mental conditions that may be aided will be clinical depression and schizophrenia. Believe it or not, those are highly linked to what's taking place in the liver and intestinal tract. If you've got a high amount or large disproportionate amount of pathogenic microorganisms in your intestinal tract, it's going to reflect on what happens in the brain. Addictive disorders that can help with topical steroid addictions, and of course alcohol addictions. The next subject I'd like to discuss with you is how to properly prepare for a cleanse. A lot of people go straight into a typical liver gallbladder flush. They end up getting sick and then they wonder why. Well, I'm going to tell you how not to get sick while doing a cleanse like this. 3 days prior and during the week of the cleanse, I'm going to make some suggestions for you to start doing. First thing is start alkalizing your body. That means that you're going to be drinking lots of carrots, beets, and celery juice during that 1 week and 3 days prior. This is to try to alkalize your body. That means that you're going to be increasing the pH of your body. What happens is anytime you do any detoxing, anytime you do any detoxification process, such as the one that you're about to do, it's going to lower your pH. You want to have a buffer. That means you want to have these electrolytes, certain electrolytes that need to be in high proportion in your body so that you will not get sick. So this combination is going to give you that buffering system that will help you throughout the cleanse. You should take about 2 or 8 glasses of that juice. The formula I've already actually given in another video, so make sure you click on the annotation on the little pop-up and it's going to land you with that video. Next thing that you need to do, or that you should consider doing, is remineralizing your body. What does that mean? Your liver, when you start cleansing your liver has lots of toxic chemicals. But guess what? Once you start cleansing, not only do you get rid of those toxic agents and the toxic sludge or any cholesterol buildup there, but you're also going to be getting rid of a lot of important trace minerals that your body definitely needs to work. In order to do that, I do a daily practice, and this is something that you can do all the time, not just during this cleanse. This is a way that you can start on this habit. I use Himalayan salt. And with every glass of water that I use, I take a pinch of salt. And I want to show you what that is. Himalayan salt, this is not the original container, but Himalayan salt is actually pink. It's actually very delicious. What's the difference between regular table salt and Himalayan salt? The difference is huge. Regular table salt is sodium chloride, 2 elements, and Himalayan salt is actually 84 different types of trace minerals. Sodium chloride, or table salt, is composed of 97.5% of sodium chloride and the 2.5% of different additives and anti-caking agents that are not good for your body. Himalayan salt, on the other hand, is 85% sodium chloride and 15% trace minerals. Okay, some of the minerals contained in Himalayan salt are minerals that have been depleted from our soils, or therefore not present in the commercially store-bought foods that we consume. So they're not going to be present in your body. A lot of diseases start manifesting in the body because of lack of these minerals. For example, protein synthesis is greatly helped by cobalt. And a lot of times the foods that we eat are deficient in cobalt, and so we do not have the muscle growth. We start feeling that we're wasting away, and one of the reasons is because we're lacking cobalt in the food. Another important mineral that is present in Himalayan salt is magnesium, and magnesium is one of those most precious minerals that is present in Himalayan salt that we require for daily functioning. Regular table salt depletes your body of minerals. Himalayan salt actually puts those back. Another thing the Himalayan actually works with and helps is with regulating blood sugar. So here's what I do, very simple. What I do is I take a pinch of salt. It's actually, you can actually see this much, and I put it with a glass of water and I stir it. Anytime that I'm drinking water, this is what I do, is to be replenishing these minerals. When I cook, I use sea salt. I don't use table salt. Table salt depletes minerals from my body, takes minerals away from my body. Sea salt puts them back. Sea salt it's got like 92 different types of minerals in different proportions. So try to use sea salt in all your cooking needs. You can find now sea salt on most health food stores, and you can also find them in most supermarkets. Make sure that it has no anti-caking agents like this one does. Like this, actually this one doesn't.